So this is the portrait that I'm going to be drawing for today. Before we start drawing, I'm just going to talk you through some of the methods that we do in class. So when we're sketching, remember the type of strokes that we should be doing, and we call them whisper strokes. So imagine your pencil is just whispering across the paper, and that's instead of harsh lines like this. And you don't want lines like that because it's really hard to get rid of, and if you make a mistake, it's going to be really obvious. So try to draw with as faint a line as possible whilst you're doing this. Okay, so the first step is to draw your face, and you're going to want this to take up quite a big part of the paper. So that's mine. Okay, so the first thing that we want to do is draw some really faint lines here to help where we're going to draw each part. So around about the middle line here, we're going to want a really faint line, and then here and here. Okay, and then we've got the ones at the bottom and the top. This is another way you can section your face, so you can see it goes sort of straight down the middle and then two further sections to show where the nose and the eyes will be positioned. So here I'm just starting to draw the outline of the face. On the portrait that I'm using, it's got a sort of indent just to the side on the left hand side of the face. So I'm just drawing that in there. When you're drawing a side profile, you might notice that more. So because this is a side profile, you can see the side of the face, so part of the face is hidden. So I'm just drawing the chin and connecting all those lines, and just because a face is never usually completely circular. So I'm just going around the first circle shape I made and just making the features a little bit more realistic. In the picture of Florence Nightingale that I'm using, she's wearing a hairnet and she's got her hair down, so I'm just drawing that in now, really faintly. As you can see, I'm not trying to colour in yet at the moment. I'm just getting those faint lines in with the whisper strokes, just so I can see where all that's going to go. Once you have the basic face shape and your outline of your hair, you want to start drawing your features in. So I'm going to start with the thing right in the middle, which is the nose, and I'm just lining up now to see where that is using the points that I drew before. So I've pinpointed where I want to start, and I'm just really lightly drawing the line in and extending it down faintly to get the nose shape. Now I'm going to show a detailed step-by-step of how to draw noses afterwards. This is just how I'm going to start it. So the next thing we're going to do is put the eye in. So starting with a semicircle shape quite lightly, and then building that colour when I'm happy with the shape that I've got. And then another semicircle underneath there. It's kind of elongated, it's not completely round. Wasn't very clear in my video, so I've just done a picture here in pen to show in a bit more detail the steps for the eyes, nose and mouth. Okay, so when we've got the eyes in, the next thing is to draw the details in the eyes. So you draw a large circle, and then inside that we're going to draw a smaller circle. You do that on both sides. And when you've got the smaller circles, inside those, you're going to draw another circle. And then with the tiny circle, you want to leave just a tiny, tiny bit of white. So I'm going to fill that in now on both sides, just so there's a teeny, tiny bit of white left in both. And then and I'm just going to start adding in really fine details now, like eyelashes. And on the nose around here. So with the nose, you can see that I've drawn the tip going down here. And the nostril is just kind of like a semicircle. And then fill it in a little bit more towards this edge here. You can sort of see the shape of that there. And then at the edge, we just bring it round up to create the other side of the nose. Now, because of the angle of the face, you're not going to see a line here. There'll just be a slight shadow coming down here and some more shadow under here. And the details on the picture that I've got here has some more shadowing here, a little bit there, and some definition under the eyes as well, which I'm just going to put in there.